Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to set up Jupyter Notebook Lab on VS Code, an easy setup. What is Jupyter Notebook Lab? It is a interactive way to learn and use Python code. Okay, first, I will show you how to set up a Jupyter Notebook on VS Code. For this, I am going to open Ubuntu WSL. Just let me open the Ubuntu WSL. It is my Windows operating system, and I am going to use Ubuntu WSL to set up the Jupyter Notebook Lab on VS Code. First, open the Ubuntu WSL. Wait a little bit. Okay. And then create any directory or project directory. Say, for example, mkdir jupy Jupyter Lab easy. Any directory, any name you can give, and hit enter. cd, go inside that directory, hit that. Okay, and then open this directory on VS Code. For this, use cod space dot and hit enter. It will open the directory in VS Code. Okay, VS Code is open. Just for this, open VS Code is open. Then create a Python virtual environment for this project. Then go to the VS Code, control backtick, or go to the terminal, new terminal. Okay, close it. Here, you should create a Python virtual environment. Okay, I have already created how to create a Python virtual environment in my channel. Watch that video. Okay, to create a Python virtual environment, just use this command, python 3-m venv space dot venv, and hit enter. It will create a .venv file. Okay, first python 3-m and hit enter. Wait a little bit, and it is created. Then source, then activate the Python virtual environment. Source.venv bin activate and hit enter. It will create a Python virtual environment. You can see .venv. That means you have successfully created a Python virtual environment on this project, on this directory. Control L, clear the screen. Okay, your Python virtual environment is created. Then you should add two extensions, one Python and Jupyter. Go to the extension section, and here we should write Jupyter, Jupyter. Just add this extension. I have already installed it. Okay, and you have to add another extension, that name is Python, python. Hit enter. You should add this extension also. I have already installed it, that's why I do not want to install it. Okay, close it. Then you have to create a file with .pynb, pyynb, that means IPython notebook, and go to the VS Code, create a file. Just here, test.ipynb. Remember, the extension should be .ipynb, that means Python notebook, and hit enter. It will create a Python, that is Jupyter Notebook, on this directory, and hit enter. Okay, this is the Python notebook, a Jupyter Notebook. Okay, for this, then you should select the kernel. What is the kernel? Kernel actually executes your notebook code and sends to the Python interpreter. Okay, it executes the Python notebook code. Okay, that's why you should choose the kernel. Then select the kernel and always choose this virtual environment. Okay, I'm going to select the kernel and then choose it, Python environment. Okay, this is recommended. Click here and then choose the .venv bin Python. This is the recommended, and choose it. Click here. That means your library should be installed, should be used this Python virtual environment. Okay, you have already choose it. This is the selected. And then go to the code section. It will create a cell, notebook cell. Okay, here you can write Python code and execute on the cell. Okay, say for example, print HELLO, hello, JUPYTER, hello Jupyter. And if you want to execute it, just after writing the code, Python code, and then you can click this shift enter or click here. Just use the command shift and enter. Then install the kernel, ipykernel packages. Install it. Okay, this is installing the ipykernel. You should install it. Wait a little bit. Okay, and you can see the result is displayed here. This is very interactive lab. Jupyter Notebook lab is a interactive lab to execute Python code in cell by cell. This you can use. You create another cell that's, and you can also use the Markdown cell inside this code. If you want to create this, and here you can use hash learn setup JUPYT Jupyter lab on VS code. And if you if you execute or shift enter, it will display the notebook markdown comment. Okay, and this is the cell by cell. Okay, what is the difference between .py file, Python file versus .ipynb file? Here I have created the file name is test.ipynb, that's test.python notebook. Okay, ipynb files executes the code cell by cell. This is the one cell. This is the one cell. Okay, okay, this is the one cell, and it is running on cell by cell executes. But .py file executes the whole application, whole program in a application, in a file. Okay, that is the difference. That's why you can run this code and you can see the results here. And you can also run here and results displayed here. Okay, you can see the image table inside the notebook. Okay, in this way you can set up the Jupyter Notebook lab on VS Code. It is very interactive learning platform for Python. Okay, if you are using data science or AI lab, you can just use the Jupyter Notebook. It is very easy to set up. Okay, this is the file extension is, always remember, .ipynb. And if you want to save this file or export this file into .py file, just go to the file, and here you can use this export. Here 3 dot and click on export and just use the Python script. I want to export as python.py. That's why you should click here. Okay, this is the Python file, and just okay, then you should rename it to Control S and shape, and you can name it any name. Say for example test1.py. Okay, and then click on OK. Here you can see this is the Python file and this is the notebook file, Jupyter Notebook file. You can export the Jupyter Notebook file into the .py file, and if you want to run the Python file, just go to this here section and just use python python 3 and then name of the file here test1.py and hit enter. It will execute the Python file here. Okay, you can see the result hello world. Here you can clearly see what is the difference between .py file and the .pynb, that is Jupyter Notebook. Jupyter Notebook runs the code on cell by cell. This is the one cell, this is the another cell, and you can execute the particular cell also, and you can see the results here. But .py file, it executes the whole application, not cell by cell. Very important, and it displays the results here. You should run the whole file, and this is the way to run the Python file. And if you want to run the notebook cell, just use this command shift enter, and here you can also run the another shell, create another. You can just click on code this, just print, and here lab, and lab is running. Okay, and shift enter, it will display the result. That means this is the markdown file. Sorry, it is created by the markdown. That's why it is not running markdown. And it is the if you want to create the code cell, just click on plus code. If you want to create the markdown shell, that is the plus markdown, and it is the code cell. Okay, and it result displays here. You can run several code in one notebook file. Okay, in this way you can use the Jupyter Lab on VS Code very interactive way. Okay, and you can export as Jupyter Notebook Lab in .py file. Okay, if the video is helpful, please like it, share it, and subscribe it. Thank you.